Hello, everyone. Well, I'm from India, as you all know it. And India is a population that is very diverse and very big. We are a 137 crore plus population. And one thing that we all have in common in our country or everywhere in this world is that we all eat. We all want to live and we all want to survive. While you talk about living and surviving, while who doesn't want to do it well? And when we talk about healthy living and healthy foods, there is one thing that I would like to present to all of you. Have you all heard of the word honey? Of course, you all have heard it. It's a daily household thing, and everyone eats it, or everyone must have heard of it. Well, when you talk about honey, let's go a bit deeper into how honey is made. The process of making honey, also known as apiculture, is a process that has been long present in the country. And when something is present in the country for so long, it provides ample opportunities for growth and ample opportunities for innovation in the market. While the market presence is very huge, and it has a lot of competition, it has a lot of growth. And when you talk about competition, how do you exceed a competition? How do you excel in a competition? Well, you excel in a competition by giving something more than who is competing against you.
Uh, so our team has taken this particular product for our marketing management project here. So the product is called Dr. Talat's honey. So Dr. Talat is basically a dermatologist by specialization. So she has got a wide variety of products, and one of their SKUs are in the honey sector. So what is special about this honey and why we've chosen this? So this is basically a premium quality of honey. And when I mean premium, obviously the quality of the honey is far superior than that of the average company's honey. And by average company, I don't mean to disrespect any company for everybody's information right here. But this honey is specifically a little special because this is sourced all the way from Kashmir, and all these honey are NMR special grade honey, which I don't think a lot of even the top players have qualified for that. Uh, so coming to more about the product, there are four variants of this product, which is the Kashmir regular honey. There is a ginger honey as well as saffron honey and Kashmir white honey.
Yeah, Ajay, thank you so much. Now I'll be discussing about the problem identifications of Dr. Talad's honey. Regular honey price per 100 grams ranges between rupees 27 to 66 rupees. But in the case of Dr. Talad's honey, of a 50-gram bottle ranges between 112 to 135, depending upon the flavor and offers available at the retail outlets at that point of time, putting the product at a major disadvantage in an already competitive monopolistic scenario. Honey market is dominated by market leaders like Dabur, Himalaya, Patanjali, Zandu, Reliance, and etc. of a similar caliber, and for new products to emerge and compete against such giants in the industry is a big challenge. Moving on. Now let's analyze. As you can see on this bar graph, China is the world's top honey producer, followed by Argentina and the United States. Despite being the world's third largest producer of honey, the United States is also the world's largest importer. China is the world's largest exporter of honey. When it comes to India, which is world's 13th largest exporter of honey, the country provides the most honey to the United States of America.
So, as we all know that India is the 13th largest exporter of honey, and these are the different flavors of honey available in the Indian market, which are tulsi, ajwain, eucalyptus, and jamun. So, as of 2020, the revenue share of the Indian honey market was reported to be 17.29 billion Indian national rupees. So this following pie chart shows us to the to what all countries India exports its honey. So the maximum export is done in USA, then to Saudi Arabia, then to UAE, and lastly to Canada. This slide is about the top five brands of honey which are available in the Indian market. The first being Dabur honey, then the Patanjali, then Saffola, Zandu, and lastly the Sona honey.
So for our competitors analysis, we've taken the top two competitors, that is the Dabur and the Patanjali brand. So Dabur is an Indian multinational consumer goods company which was founded by S.K. Burman. Dabur derives around 60% of its revenue from the consumer care business, 11% from the food business, and the remaining from the international business unit. In the year 2021, Dabur India Limited Health Supplements had the greatest market share of all its products. This accounted for roughly 23% of net sales, with the food category accounting for around 13%. Coming to the Patanjali Ayurved, it is another Indian multinational consumer company which is based in Haridwar. Patanjali reported a 9% jump in its revenue to rupees 9,872 crores in the year 2021, while its net profit for the period grew 14% to 485 crores in comparison to 2020. And this is according to the financial data business intelligence platform Tofla. The company has also reported rupees 9,089 crore in revenue in 21 and 425 crores in the net profit.
Okay, so now that we have discussed about the competitors that are available in the market, let me talk about the SWOT analysis for our product. Talking about the strengths first. See, this honey is an AG mark graded special rated honey. AG mark grade is a German certification that has been attained by Dr. Talat's honey that proves that this honey is 100% pure and unadulterated. See, this honey is unprocessed honey, and it remains in its natural quality, giving the consumers the best health benefits that can be extracted from it. This honey has no chemical, artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. The price, since it has been already mentioned that the price is at a higher range, so people are little reluctant towards buying this honey at an initial stage. So now talking about the threats that are there in the market, are that people are not aware of this AG mark certification that is there. So people prefer to buy regular honey over this product. Now, the opportunities that are there in the market are that since this product is a local one and famous only in Chennai, it can be marketed to various parts of the country.
Yes. So now I'll be explaining about the BCG matrix, and I'll be starting with the cash cow. Cash cow is low growth and high share. Here we invest money, and usually company strategy is to milk these cash cows to take out the money which they're investing in those products and use them in other quadrants, which could be question mark, and only the flagship products of the company come under this category. Then moving on to the star quadrant, here this is the most significant quadrant for any company, and all the best selling products come in this category. So for Dr. Talat's honey, 50 gram of Kashmir honey comes in this product category. So the strategy here we're suggesting is that the company should indulge in bundling. Now moving to the question mark quadrant. So this quadrant initially requires more cash investment. And as I've already said, that companies try and get the cash cow funds to this quadrant so that they can promote their products and get more market share. For Dr. Talal's honey, 300 grams and 500 gram bottles come under this category. And the strategy that we are proposing for this quadrant is that they should take the factor of their USP in consideration, because Dr. Talal's honey is NRM and AG mark certified, which other brands do not have. So they should use the USP to market their products. And also people will market their products on the basis of word of mouth, because anybody who's health conscious and would prefer healthy and organic products will go for this choice. Lastly is the dogs quadrant, which is a break-even point. There are no profits, no loss at this point. So company usually tries to disinvest from here and invest in more promising products, which would be again a star or a question mark.
Thank you, Shweta. So the pestle analysis says the first is how our product affects the political aspects. So first is self-help groups are to be proposed in Bundelkhand region in the year 2021 to 2022. And nextly, the training programs were to be introduced for the beekeepers and the farmers so that a better honey could be produced. And next is that a honey mission program was launched by Indian government to make the better varieties of honey. The next is economical aspect, like how does our product affects the economy of our region. There is no currency exchange rate and there is no influence of price on the product. The expensive to the middle class section of the society. So the honey, which is the Talat honey, is really expensive as compared to the other brands. The next is the social aspect, like how does a product affects the society. So Dr. Talat honey generates a lot of employment in South India, starting from the basic level, that is the beekeepers, to the front end level, which are the sales executive. The technological aspect, how does the use of technology could help our product more. So the beekeepers are trained about the IT and the sensors technology so that they could keep a track on the bee health and the production of honey. So talking about the environmental aspect, how does our product affects the environment? Firstly, it influences the climate change, as bee is one of the important part of our environment. And secondly, there are certain environmental policies which are launched by the government to take care of the bees and other organisms. Last is the legal aspect, which is regarding the protection of intellectual property, consumer protection law, and transparency regarding the bee business.
We'll now be talking about Porter's five forces. So competition in the industry is the first point. Honey is one of the most popular products being sold in the Indian market. The Indian honey market was valued at INR 9.2 billion in 2020. IMARC Groups expects that market to exhibit a very strong growth in the industry till 2026. Hence, the market is already saturated with numerous companies selling honey. The main leaders which hold the Indian market are Dabur, Patanjali, UPES India, Emami Limited, Zandu, etc. Second, potential of new entrants into the industry. The expanding demand for honey in numerous nations owing to a shift in consumer preferences toward natural sweeteners and sugar substitutes has provided market participants with a plethora of chances to develop and expand globally. When we talk about our Indian market, there are low scopes of new entries in the industry as for now because the leading players own a large amount of market share and the new players can perform at a local level, but considering the whole country, small players won't be able to survive in front of them as comparatively they have more distributors, funds, and even a brand name.
So bargaining power of suppliers. Almost all companies in food and beverage industry get their raw materials from a variety of suppliers. Suppliers in dominating positions might affect the market margins. Dr. Talat Honey Limited can make powerful suppliers in the food and beverage industry exploit their negotiation strength to demand higher pricing for companies in the industry. And next point is bargaining power of customers. The ability that customers have to drive prices lower or their level of power is one of the five forces. It is affected by how many buyers or customers a company has, how significant each customer is, and how much it would cost a company to find new or new customers or market for its output. The threats of the threat of substitute can be removed by if our customers we have loyal customers for our brand, and if the brand tries to understand the customer base, so the threat of substitute can be cancelled.
The recommendations. So as we all know from what my friend Yashovardhan Singh had mentioned in the problem identification, the price point seems to be the number one issue. So taking into consideration the other premium honey products by itself that are on the same cadre of this honey. So in spite of being on the same cadre, those honey products are comparatively way less in price point. So this automatically comes as a natural disadvantage. And when it comes to the segmentation of the product itself, so what happens is when a particular product is set at a particular price point, and there is a very specific market that it targets. So this product can be considered as more of a luxury rather than a necessity. So obviously, only the upper class, the upper middle class would even think about affording this and buying it in on a regular basis. So based on this input, we have identified, our team as such has identified a list of stores that can potentially harbor this and create potential revenue for the product itself. So as you can see in this, there are about 15 or so supermarkets in and around Chennai. So these supermarkets are specific to any premium product, as in like, so here people who have these stores are also located in places where people have a good financial income as such. So that being said, they obviously can go and try it out and get an experience out of it. So this is one of the reasons why we've selected these specific stores, because there is a potential of sale here when compared to any other regular department store. Because if you place this product in any random store, obviously nobody is going to even know about it. So that being said, these are specific stores that we've identified so far.
Now, moving on to the targeting of a product. Who are the customers that we are targeting? So we are primarily targeting the customers, those who value hygiene, quality, and health over money. See, as we already know that honey cures cough, cold, and sore throat, and it helps in weight loss, strengthens immunity, and helps in treating respiratory problems also. So by advertising these benefits to the customers, they'll be drawn towards the product.
The positioning. So what all this is basically the USPs of the honey and how it is supposed to be marketed. So it is 100% pure multi-floral honey. And if you want more information on that, please Google it. And the second would be the special category under AgMark certification. So what is special? Special, there are different grades in AgMark certification, and special is something that only very few brands have achieved so far.
So now, based on these strategies, we have some promotional strategies that can be used to channel its marketing. See, the first strategy that we have is known as the bill buster strategy. See, for bill busters, we have got we can introduce bundling offers, like for a purchase of 300 gram of honey, and aloe vera from the Dr. Talat can be given free. Hiring of the promoters. See, promoters are basically they can be third-party promoters that can be hired to explain the advantages that the honey offers, as in the healthy health benefits, the special grade of the honey, the 100% purity of the honey. Those all can be explained by the promoters. Purchasing the right shelf space is one of the key strategy that we can come up with. Whenever you go to a retail outlet, what customers see is they generally look for the products that are at their eye level, or they don't look for the products that are way below their eye level or too higher their eye level, too up their eye level. So purchasing the right shelf space, as in those shelves that are at the correct eye level to the customers, can be really helpful here. This is one of the psychological aspects that can be used in the strategies of while promoting a product. The advertising counters can be used there. The sampling of products in supermarkets or departmental store can be done. Like the promoters can like issue small they issue small tasters for the product that can be made available in the brick and mortar type of retail store. Social media advertising. See, Facebooks and Instagrams can be used as these platforms to advertise a product. The promotional pages or the landing pages can be like put on the social media websites, and people are very keen to give their feedback towards such kind of advertisements. So that would kind of generate an information flow also towards from the customers as to what we should market and what we should produce. And that's it from our team. Thank you very much.